Hello, thank you very much for joining me for this quick presentation. I feel there's a lot of questions that we get each year about the camps, and a quick video is often easier for you to find out the information that you need. So let's get straight into it. So, a quick bit of background about me. My name's Rick Valentine. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a PGA fellow professional, former Scottish national coach, um, and I've focused on junior golf for over the last 20 years through the educational environment, setting up and running golf academies at a couple of different schools. During this time, I've also spent 8 years as a housemaster running a boys' boarding house for pupils from 12 to 16 years old. Um, and from a golf camp perspective, I've been running camps for over 20 years now across different ventures with over 2,000 pupils attending. The RV Golf Schools, the camps that I'm now running, I launched in 2017. Since then, we've had over 250 pupils. Originally, we were based solely in St Andrews, but we've branched out over the last few years to have a couple of different venues, which will continue again this year with our St Andrews and Edinburgh based camps. The most important thing for me, especially when I look back at the feedback that we get from the camps, is inspiring pupils, inspiring junior golfers into enjoying the game, wanting to develop their game, and beyond the camps. You know what? Yes, we want them to have a great time whilst they're with us, but most importantly, that they're inspired to go away after the camps, work hard, improve their handicap, and that's the greatest feedback I always get was around the pupils wanting to spend more time developing a game and hearing about their handicap improvements. And the way we do that is the environment that we build around the camps, allowing our boys and girls to experiment, to try new things, to learn in a safe environment. And this is created by, our pastoral care team, which, I always make sure that we've got a really strong pastoral care team, all of which are currently or have spent time working in the independent sector, boarding schools, and within boarding houses. So they are very experienced at looking after boys and girls in a residential environment. Obviously, coaching within a golf camp is vitally important. And again, I have a very strong team of coaches that work with me across the year, but also across the camps. Some of them are with us, all weeks, and some come in for different weeks for their specialities. Um, from the coaching, it's really important that we then have a variety of courses, and we try and make sure that no course is played twice within a week. So the boys and girls are playing a wide variety of courses to give them different experiences, whether that be links courses, inland courses, but just a nice variety so that they can challenge their games across different locations. And then after we finished our day's golf, we head out for our evening activities. These vary slightly depending on the venue, but we have facilities within the boarding houses, around the schools, whether that be kicking a football, heading to the beach, going for a walk around town, keeping the boys and girls amused throughout that evening period, whilst also allowing them some downtime to recover from a busy day. And progressing from that, it's giving them the opportunity to make new friends. Now, quite a lot of our boys and girls come to us not knowing anyone on the camp, and it's great to see how they settle in, they make friends, but then also they're planning in future years to come back together. And that's another great thing for me, is to see groups coming back to the camps that met at camp. They've maybe not met up since the previous year, but they're coming back to camp together to go through those same experiences. And then they've got friends uh, for a lifetime and spread all around the world. So, focusing in on our pastoral care. So, the first and foremost is the staff within that. And we have a few key members of staff. Obviously, there on the left hand side is myself. I'm there for all the camps, overseeing the pastoral care, but also the coaching. I'm then supported by Max Outram, who's a very experienced uh, within pastoral care. He has spent time as assistant and housemaster at both a junior school and senior school. He now also heads up my guardianship business. Susanna Byrne, who's a current house mistress, um, again, very experienced through sport and house mistressing. And then Freddie Edmonds, again, a current head of golf at a school and also assistant housemaster. So we always have at least two of these members of staff at each week, heading up our pastoral care, both supporting the pupils and also our other staff working on the camps. Our facilities this year for our Edinburgh camps, we're based at Loretto School, the oldest boarding school in Scotland. They've got fantastic boarding house um, food, but then out with that, their state of the art indoor golf centre, pitches, sports facilities that we've got access to during the day as well as for our evening activities. Our St Andrews camps, we work with St Andrews University. We use Macintosh Hall. Um, their dining facilities are actually within the boarding house, so it's purely a couple of flights of stairs down to that. And we have our breakfast and dinner in house, both for Edinburgh and St Andrews. And then our lunches are a packed lunch, which we have out at the golf courses at the end of our coaching before we head out onto the courses. Again, there just shows some of the facilities that we have access to across the different venues, both indoor and outdoor. Looking at our coaches, as I've said, I'll be heading up the coaching across all weeks. I'm supported by several coaches. Ryan Scott here, very experienced junior coach, although he works across all levels of golf with over 20 years experience. Ollie Leet, who's my expert putting coach, and also green reading. So he comes in and works with our golfers on their putting technique, but also as an aim point green reading coach. He's supporting them on their green reading as well. And Max Outram is a qualified strength and conditioning coach and personal trainer with a vast experience across multiple sports. And he supports our golfers with their strength and conditioning, both preparing for our sessions and then also our evening strength and conditioning. Probably the area that I get the most questions on is our camp options. So I've got 4 different camp options: high performance, ultimate, development, and camp internship. So the high performance is for the better, slightly older golfer, aged 14 to 18. We do put an age and handicap limit. However, if you don't quite fit into these and you feel this is the camp that suits you the best, then please just get in touch. You know, these aren't hard and fast rules. they're very much a guide, but 14 handicap or less. So within the high performance, it's far more of a one-to-one focus. Our group coaching is in groups of 4 or less, and we're really focusing on our full swing using TrackMan video analysis, Sam Putt Lab, again using video analysis for our putting, strength and conditioning, and then the players are playing higher ranked tournaments. It works on a 2-week schedule. So 1 week is a coaching focused week, and then the second week is a tournament focused week where we work on tournament preparation. They then compete in a tournament, and then also reflecting on that event as to what they can learn and how they take their games forward. Our ultimate camp is from age 12 to 18. This is for all abilities. So this could be a 12, 13, 14 handicap who's very inexperienced, pretty much a beginner golfer, or it could be a 16, 17-year-old single figure handicap that's just looking for the camp experience. The coaching for this camp is all in group coaching with a maximum of 8 players in a group. We have 12 hours of coaching a week. This is divided across our first 4 days of the camp, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, where we have 3 hours of coaching in the morning, and then we play 5 rounds of golf in the afternoon at a variety of different courses. The development camp, which I launched last year for the first time, I was very successful opening up the camps to a younger age group, 7 to 11-year-olds. Again, all abilities, but again, this is mainly focused at the weaker players looking to get their first camp experience. And it's a slightly less intense program. So our golf coaching is 10 hours a week. So we're only working for 2 hours each morning. And then in the afternoon, we're introducing those golfers to the golf course with a combination of 9 and 18 holes. For those golfers that are already ready for 18 holes every afternoon and the full program, even if they are the development age, then the ultimate camp may be the best option for them. Again, with the younger age group, the majority of our development campers are non-residential, and the camp runs from 9 till 4:30 p.m. However, there are residential options as well. The camp internship's been running for several years now. I introduced this because I had a number of golfers that had been coming to the camps for a couple of years that then got too old, and they asked, well, can we still keep coming back? And so I developed the camp internship for golfers aged 19 to 21, really for golfers aged 10 handicap or better. But again, that's flexible. And they're coming for the camp experience, but they're also there to learn. They're shadowing my PGA professionals around the coaching element. They're playing and supporting the pupil, playing with and supporting the pupils on the golf course. And then they're assisting me and my residential team with evening activities and help around the boarding house. Peter here has been a camp intern for the last 2 years and attended the camps for the previous 5 years. And this is a short word from
Hi, my name is Peter
Peter.
Frame. I'm from Wilmette, Illinois, and I've been a camper or attending Rick Valentine Golf School camps for almost 10 years now, since I was 12, and I'm 20 now. I mean, there's really nothing that beats going to a Rick Valentine Golf School. I mean, you get expert coaching, 18 holes every day, and just apart from that, you get to meet people from all over the world, people you'd never meet, people from Spain, Oman, in my experience, China. Like, it's a really cool environment to be in, and everyone just loves golf, and so pretty much the main topic of discussion every day is the golf. But I mean, there's a reason I've kept coming back, and I've been an intern for what's going to be my second year now. Yeah, I just love Rick Valentine Golf Schools, and I could not recommend it any more highly to anyone. Hi, my name is Peter Frame. I'm from Wilmette,
So
Illinois,
thanks,
and
Peter,
I've
for
been.
that. So moving on, looking at the coaching for the ultimate camp. So we work on the three key areas of the game. So starting off with our long game and full swing, chipping, pitching, and bunker, putting, and then we have a challenge zone. So each morning during our coaching sessions, there will be 4 stations which they will rotate between, where they'll focus on those 3 key areas of long game, short game, and putting. And then the challenge zone is an area that we set up with drills and challenges. Firstly, so they can compete against themselves to work on those the new techniques and the new skills that they've been developing in the coaching, but then also compete against each other to start building pressure, which is a great way to consolidating those skills. They can then take them out onto the golf course. For our high performance golfers, the coaching takes a slightly different format. Here, we're trying to build a resource. We're trying to build a resource that they can take away, that the coaching isn't there just to support them for the days that they're with us, but they've got that information to help them take their game forward when they've left us as well. So we use this, we achieve this by using software called Coach Now. This is an app that they can download on their phone or access through the web. And they have a locker, and it allows us to upload all of their coaching videos, all of their data, so that they then have access to that after the camp. Within the full swing, they'll be using TrackMan video analysis, chipping, pitching, and bunker play. Again, video analysis where required, and then putting, video analysis, Sand Putt Lab, Capto, all used by Ollie. For our tournament week, we're then looking at that tournament preparation, how to use a practice round, what they need to do to warm up, make sure that they're ready to go for that tournament. And then after each round and after the tournament, that reflection. What went well? What could have gone better? What do they need to change or work on before the next round or the next tournament? So, our camp locations, as I've mentioned, we've got 2 locations for 2025, Edinburgh and St Andrews. Our Edinburgh camps are based, here, St Andrews camps, obviously based in St Andrews, using the University of St Andrews and the surrounding courses. We have our spring camp from the 24th to the 31st of May. And then our summer camp, week 1 and week 2, are based in St Andrews from the 6th to the 12th of July and the 13th to the 19th of July. Our Edinburgh camps are based at Loretto School, where we'll be using facilities nearby, Craigielaw, Royal Musselburgh, and the surrounding courses, as well as their state-of-the-art indoor training centre. And we're there for week 3 and week 4 of the summer camp program from the 20th to the 26th of July and the 27th of July to the 2nd of August. All the camp weeks are individual weeks, and you can bolt together as many weeks as you want. We then also transfer the pupils. So, for example, in 2024, a popular option was 1 week in Edinburgh, 1 week in St Andrews, and we then just transfer the pupils from one venue to another. So it's really building the camp experience, whether it be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even 4 weeks, to suit your program, to suit your schedule, and we go from there. So looking at the courses, our Edinburgh camps, we play courses to include Craigielaw, Royal Musselburgh, Long Nidri, Dunbar, Winterfield, Duddingston, Haddington, North Berwick Glen, as well as many others. Obviously, we don't use all the courses every week, and we split these from week to week. In St Andrews, we're using several of the St Andrews courses to include the Strathtyrum, Eden, New, Elmwood, where we're based for our coaching, Crail, Scots Craig, Anstruther, Leven. And then here's some pictures looking. This is a Scots Craig, which is one of our high performance groups. St Andrews Eden, where we often play one of our end of week camp championships for both our high performance and ultimate camps. Carnoustie, again, both ultimate and high performance. We often play our Friday end of week competition. They have 3 courses. Obviously, the championship course where they host the Open, but we then use the number 2 and the number 3, the Burnside and the Budden courses, 2 fantastic courses that surround the championship course. The St Andrews New, which is another high performance course. Craigie Law Golf Club, which is the base for our high performance coaching, and then one of their rounds. And then moving on to our evening activities. Here we are on the beach in St Andrews playing some football, different beach games, both Edinburgh and St Andrews. We can walk into town to do some shopping. We have some quieter evenings for a quiz or a putting competition as well, but also allowing some downtime for the boys and girls to recharge their batteries and get ready for the next day. However, it never ceases to amaze me that they can be sound asleep on the bus on the way back from the golf course, a quick bite to eat for dinner, and suddenly they're up and raring to go for an hour's football before bedtime. So, looking closely at our weekly schedule, all the camps start on a Sunday with our arrival day. Um, Myself and my team will meet and pick up the boys and girls from either Edinburgh Airport or Edinburgh Waverley train station. And we then transfer them to the camp and to the boarding house to help them settle in. It's also possible to arrive directly to camp. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday follow a very similar schedule with our coaching in the morning, where they're divided up between our ultimate and high performance camps, and then from there into their coaching groups. And they rotate around their coaching stations. In the afternoon, we then head out to the golf course for 18 holes each afternoon. Again, some days the high performance players will head to a separate course. Some days we stay together. On the Friday is our tournament day. We have our 18-hole camp championship. We have a skills challenge. And then in the evening, we have our prize giving. On Saturday is our departure day. We have a 9-hole or a par 3 competition in the morning. And for the most part, our departures in the afternoon, although we do have airport transfers running throughout the day. And for those pupils staying on for the next week, we then have a quiet afternoon, allowing them to relax, recharge the batteries before a sightseeing day on the Sunday, whilst the new pupils are arriving for the next week. The daily schedule, we generally up around 7, or the alarm goes at 7 o'clock. We're into breakfast around 7:30, and then we're heading out to the golf course for 8 o'clock. Our coaching runs from 8:30 till 11:30, which then gives us an hour for lunch between 11:30 and 12:30, where they'll either have their packed lunch at the golf club or on the bus en route to the golf course if it's a little bit of a journey. The afternoon, we're teeing off around 12:30 to 1 o'clock, and then we're departing the golf course 5:30 to get back to the boarding house for 6 o'clock. We've got our dinner 6 o'clock, and then our evening activities starting up after dinner, normally around 7:30, before them being back in house for 9 o'clock, and then they've got 9 till 10 o'clock to get themselves ready for bed, and then lights out at 10 o'clock. Well, thank you again for your time. Thanks for making it through the whole of this presentation. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. We'll get back to you, or give us an email, info@rvgs.golf. or send us a WhatsApp on the number there. And all other information should be available on the website. There's also a link in the description below if you'd like to set up a video call with me, and we can have further discussion and answer any specific questions that you have. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. We very much look forward to welcoming you to a camp in 2025, and I look forward to hearing from you.